Good day, STEM students. So this day, good day, STEM students. So this day, we are going to continue our discussion that we had a while back about the general equation of the circle. And here, I will be presenting you three problems for better grasp of knowledge here. Later, we will review what are the steps to consider in order for us to go from general to standard. So in our e-learning, there are step-by-step procedure there, but I have created my own step-by-step procedure for you to better understand the topic. And I hope that you understand really the topic, what the topic is all about. Here, we have an example, x squared plus y squared minus 4x plus 2y less 4 is equal to 0. So that is in general form of the circle. The question here is determine the center and the radius of the circle. Alright. First step here, or first thing to consider here before going to the step-by-step process, first thing to consider here, you have to eliminate the constant term there. As we can see, x squared is not a constant, as well as this and this and this. So you can see here, let us eliminate the constant. X squared is not the constant, as well as y squared, negative 4x, 2y. But the constant here is negative 4. How are we going to eliminate negative 4? We will just apply the addition property of equality to move from left to the right. That would be x squared plus y squared plus 4x plus 2y, I just want to remove this part, okay, plus 2y is equal to positive 4. So we just applied the addition property of equality there. The next step is to present this step-by-step procedure. You just take a look here. We have three steps to follow here. The first one is to combine the group or the same terms. And also, second one is to apply completing the square and perform integrated operations involved there. And the third is factor the perfect square trinomial, and that will be the last resort for us to have the standard form. Where in the standard form, we may now be able to identify the center at HK and also the radius. Example of the same terms are x squared and x. So let us group them if we have here. If we have there y squared minus 2y, also x squared minus 5x. Let's go to our problem. So as we can see, we have here 1, 2, 3, 4 terms to group. Okay, so let's start with x squared. What do you think is the term that should be grouped with x squared? That must be negative 4x, because both of them have the same variable. So negative 4x, let's just group them, plus after that y squared plus 2y equals 4. So we are done now grouping them. So step number 2 here is to do the completing the square. So in completing the square, we will be acquiring a value to be added in the left side, also to the right side, to maintain the balance of the equation. That would be x squared minus 4x plus close, then we'll just put it here and below so that kikita po lahat yung span. Y squared plus 2y plus then equals 4. So in applying the completing the square, it is just a reminder for everyone that we have here two terms, the quadratic term and the linear term. So what will you have to do is to get the base number of the linear term. I repeat, you just get the base number of the linear term, or when I say base number, it is the same as numerical coefficient of the linear term. So for x, we have here base number the linear term is negative 4x and the base number is negative 4. And for y squared plus 2y, the linear term here is 2y and the base number is 2. What are we going to do with that? Choose one, multiply it by 1/2 or divide it by 2, then square the result. After you get the result, you just add here and add here. So whatever you added in the space here, you should also put it in here to maintain the balance of the equation. So let us get negative 4x. Negative 4 the negative 4x. Let us multiply this by 1/2 and square the result. We will get here negative 4 times 1 is negative 4 divided by 2 is negative 2. Then square the results, we will get 4 or positive 4. So we will have 4 there. Let's clean the messes here. 4. Also, you have to add 4 also here. Okay. Next here is we have positive 2. Well, positive 2. You multiply that by 1/2. Then square the result. 2 times 1/2 is 1. And squaring that, we will get positive 1. And this positive 1 should be put it in here. And also to this. Alright, so let us rewrite. I'll just erase this part. Okay, so we have now x squared minus 4x plus 4 plus y squared plus 2y plus 1 equals 4 plus 4 plus 1. To end step number 2, we should perform the operation involved there. So what are we going to do? You just copy this. X squared minus 4x plus 4 plus y squared plus 2y plus 1 equals 4 plus 4 plus 1 is 9. So that is now the end of our step number 2. Our step number 3 talks about factor the perfect square trinomials. So if we're going to define perfect square trinomial, this is the product of completing the square. So it is very easy to factor a perfect square trinomial using the shortcut that I taught you. Alright, so let us consider here x squared minus 4x plus 4 and y squared plus 2y plus 1 equals 9. Let's go. Sir, what's the shortcut? The shortcut that I taught you was this one, and that one. Okay, so what do I mean here? Take the square root of the first term, then you copy the sign in the middle, then take the square root of the last term and square the result. That will be square the result. Okay, square root of x squared is x minus 2. Alright, let's continue. Plus y plus, this is plus, so it's plus 1 squared equals 9. So the last step for step number 3 is we have to get the center and also the radius of the circle. Let's start with the center. So I taught you in the last video, if we have here, you will just reverse the sign here in HK. Also positive 1, that will be negative 1. For 9, square root of 9 will get 3. So final answer, we have the center at 2 and negative 1 and the radius equals 3 units. So that is how are we going to transform general equation to standard equation. So let's go to the second example. Let me erase this first. Okay. Alright, For problem number 2, we have here determine the equation of the circle passing through the points P 21, Q 05, and R negative 1 and positive 2. Okay, it's positive 2. Right, let's review. What are we going to do here? The usual given when we are solving the equation is there is a center and there is a radius, but this time there are given points, point P, point Q, and point R. So for us to solve this, you have to review the general form of the circle. The general form is x squared plus y squared plus dx plus ey plus f is equal to 0. By the way, all of these letters used here are arbitrary, okay? You can change it into x squared plus y squared plus cx plus dy plus e is equal to 0. Or you can choose this one. So for us to be aligned with the e-learning example, we will use this x squared plus y squared plus dx plus ey plus f is equal to 0. Let us write again the points. We have point P, 2, 1, point Q, 0 and 5, and point R, negative 1 and 2. 1. By the way, we will name this first so that you can understand. This is x, this is y. Okay? So what are we going to do here is to substitute the value of x and y here in the given general form. Let's go. That would be, for point P, that would be 2 squared plus 1 squared plus d times 2 plus e times 1 plus f is equal to 0. 2 squared is 4 plus 1 plus 2d plus e plus f is equal to 0. Then combine like terms. We have 4 plus 1, 5 plus 2d plus e plus f is equal to 0. Let us name this as our equation number 1. Let's go to point letter Q. Point Q is 0, 5. Let's continue. That would be 0 squared plus 5 squared plus d times 0 plus e times 5 plus f is equal to 0. 0 squared is 0, 5 squared is 25, d times 0 is 0 plus 5e plus f is equal to 0. This will be now our equation number 2. Okay, let's continue equation number 3 for point R, negative 1 and positive 2. We have here negative 1 squared plus 2 squared plus d times negative 1 plus e times positive 2 plus f is equal to 0. Negative 1 squared is positive 1 plus 4 minus d plus 2e plus f is equal to 0. Combine like terms again. We have 1 plus 4, 5 minus d plus 2e plus f is equal to 0. We will name this as equation number 3. Alright, so let's go. We will be combining here equation 1, 2, and 3 together, and we will be removing one variable from them. So let us rewrite. With this another sheet. We have, for equation 1, we have 5 plus 2d plus e plus f is equal to 0. For equation 2, we have 25 plus 5e plus f is equal to 0. We have equation 3, 5 minus d plus 2e plus f is equal to 0. Now, our objective here is to remove one variable. By the way, we'll be combining here. We can combine here 1 and 2. We can combine also 2 and 3. Or we can combine also 1 and 3. You can choose between the three. 2 only. You can choose 2 only because we will just bracket them twice. Okay, well, it's up to you, this one or 2 and 3. Now I'll be choosing here, I think I'll be choosing here this one and that one. Okay, so let's go with 1 and 2. Let's just copy again their equation. 5 plus 2d plus e plus f is equal to 0. Then for equation 2, we have 25 plus 5e plus f is equal to 0. Okay, again, review. Our objective here is to remove a variable. When I say a variable, I refer to one variable. So our objective here is to remove a variable. It is very easy here to remove f because if we are just going to subtract them, then we will be removing f. Let's say let us subtract. Alright. So in subtraction of polynomials, always change the sign of the subtrahend and proceed to addition. So if this is 25, that would be negative 25. If this is positive 5e, that would be negative 5e. Positive f is negative 20 plus 2d. Next here, e plus negative 5e. We have negative 4e. And cancel equals 0. You can interchange this, or you can put negative 20 here so that we could have a clearer version of this equation. We'll be having 2d minus 4e is equal to positive 20. So this is equation number 4 now. Alright. Let's go to equation number 5 by combining 1 and 3. Combining 1 and 3. For 1, we have 5 plus 2d plus e plus f is equal to 0. Then for 3, we have 5 minus d. We have 5 minus d plus 2e plus f is equal to 0. Next here, again subtract because it is very easy to remove letter f here. Subtract. Review. In the rule of subtraction, you just change the sign of the subtrahend, then proceed to addition. Alright, so 5 minus 5 is 0. 2d plus d is 3d plus 3d. Then we will have here e plus negative e, or e plus negative 2e is negative e is equal to 0. Alright, so we have here 0 plus 3d minus e is equal to 0. So let us clear this. 3d minus e is equal to 0 be our equation number 5. Alright, so we are too close. What are we going to do? We are going to do here combination of equation 4 and equation 5 to remove one variable again. So let's go. Let's put the equation here. That is, for equation number 4, we have 2d minus 4e is equal to 20. Equation number 5, we have 3d minus e is equal to 0. Okay, so think of the variable which is very easy to remove. If we are going to subtract, we cannot remove d. Also, we cannot remove e. If we're going to add, we cannot remove d. Also, we cannot remove e. So what are we going to do? Alright, so this time we are going to multiply this part by 4. Why 4? We'll multiply this part by 4. Why 4? Because 4 times 3d is 12d. 4 times negative e is negative 4e. After that, let's subtract them and remove e. Okay, so we'll be having now 12d minus 4e is equal to 0 by the distributive property of multiplication. Okay, so let's rewrite again. 2d minus 4e is equal to 20. Then for this new equation, we have 12d minus 4e equals 0. Operation, we will be subtracting them to remove letter e. In the rule of subtraction, I am always reiterating this. Change the sign of the subtrahend. Then we'll proceed to addition. So that would be 2d minus 12d is negative 10d. Hindi po siya 1d, hindi po siya one direction, it's 10d. And equals 20 because we already removed cancel. Then to solve for letter d, divide both sides by negative 10. Cancel. D is equal to negative 2. Alright, so we have now value for letter D. So what we did here, we started from up to down until D is equal to 2. And now at this time, if we have now value for any of the variable, we will go up again. So when we go down, after we get the value of one variable, we will again go up, go to the very beginning. So we will use deductive and inductive at the same time here. Alright, so what are we going to do? You choose one equation here to substitute the value of d to get one value e. Okay, let's say I want to choose equation number 4. That would be 2d minus 4e is equal to 20, where d is equal to negative 2. We'll just substitute negative 2 here to find for the value of letter e. That is 2 times negative 2 minus 4e is equal to 20. Negative 4 minus 4e is equal to 20. Then negative 4e is equal to 20 plus 4 to solve for letter e. Negative 4e is equal to 24. Divide both sides by negative 4. Cancel. E now is equal to, what do you think? 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, negative 6. Okay, so we have now two values, letter D, negative 2, and letter E, negative 6. Now, we will go to equation 1, 2, and 3 to substitute both of the values to get for letter F. Let's go back here. You can choose one equation here and substitute the value D and the value E. So which do you want? Which do you want? Let's go to number 1 now. Number 1. So number 1 equation is, let's go. Number 1 equation is, sabi niya dito, 5 plus 2D plus E plus f is equal to 0, where the value of d is equal to -2 and the value of e is equal to -6. What are we going to do here is to solve for letter f. Alright, that would be 5 plus 2 times -2 plus -6 plus f is equal to 0. Substitution lang pong ginawa ko dito. Let's solve. 5 minus 4 because 2 times -2 is -4 minus 6 plus f is equal to 0. 5 minus 4, 1. 1 minus 6, -5 plus f is equal to 0. Let's solve for letter m. Very easy. F is equal to 5. Alright, so we have now three values. D, -2, E, -6, and F, +5. But the question is, write the general form, but we do not have yet the general form. Let's go back to the general equation of a circle, which is x squared plus y squared plus dx plus ey plus f is equal to 0. Substitute all this given and we can be able to get the general form. X squared plus y squared plus, what is d? -2. X plus, what is e? -6 plus times y. Then f is +5 equals 0. Alright, as easy as that. Then solve x squared plus y squared minus 2x minus 6y plus 5 is equal to 0. This is now our general equation of the circle. Alright, so you can also transpose +5 to the right to make it x squared plus y squared minus 2x minus 6y is equal to -5. You can choose between the two. Alright, this is check, this is check. Okay, so if the question here is what is the center and the radius of the circle, then you again use this to transpose into standard equation, and there you can identify the center and the radius of the circle. But this time, this is now our general formula. Okay, what if, let's say, transpose that into standard equation? Can we do it? Let's try for the last time. Let's say general form 2, standard form, and after that center and the radius. We have here x squared plus y squared minus 2x minus 6y is equal to -5. Step number 1, groupings. Next, step number 2, by completing this square, this will be +1 and this would be +9, and you have to add here +1 and +9. So applying the factoring of perfect square trinomial, we have x minus 1 squared plus y minus 3 squared is equal to -5 plus 1 is -4. -4 plus 9 is +5. So center and radius. Our center is at, baliktarin lang yung negative, magiging +1. Baliktarin lang yung negative, magiging +3. At ang radius natin ay square root of 5 because this +5 came from r squared. So r squared is equal to 5. Get the square root to solve for r. R is equal to square root of 5. Alright, so okay, so I have an activity for you or for your practice. I have here problem number 3. I think you can do this. Okay, So for your problem number 3, do it on your own. The question here is, you have also to determine the general form of the circle passing through the points S, 0, 5, T, 3, 4, and U, negative 4, negative 3. So this is the end of my video. Till next time.